Hey, welcome to the world of BYD. My name is Christian and I'm here to show you around your new Shark 6. Firstly, congratulations. The Shark 6 is a super functional, comfortable ute that I'm sure you're gonna love. In this session, we're gonna go through everything you need to get started for your first drive. I want to make sure this process is as easy as possible for you, so I've created chapters enabling you to search for any of these sections in the guide easily. There are going to be some features we won't go through today, but you'll be able to find some of them in other videos on the channel. Now, let's start with your smart key. You can lock or unlock your Shark 6 using the top two buttons. Fun tip, if you hold these buttons down, you can open or close your windows. In your settings, you've also got the option to have your windows automatically close when you lock your vehicle every time, if you prefer. Double press the third button to open the tray. While we're here, there's a few other ways to open the tray. You can double press the button on top of the tray door, open it from the infotainment screen, or use this button from the center console. Alright, now back to the key. The button at the very bottom, hold this to turn on your vehicle including your AC, which is great for preconditioning your car. Use this to warm your vehicle before you get in during winter or to pre-cool it in summer. Your smart key also has an openable section at the bottom, which gives you access to the physical key. Use this like you would a traditional key. Still with me? Alright, let's move on to an important aspect of owning your Shark 6, charging. Your charging port is located on the right side of your Shark 6, opposite your fuel port, which is on the left. There are two types of charging available. AC charging uses the top section of the port and is a little bit slower than its counterpart, DC charging. The rubber port caps help keep them safe from dirt and dust when you're not using them. To charge your vehicle, first unlock your car and press the charging port in to open it. This is what an AC charging cable looks like. Notice you've got a charging indicator on the outside so you can easily estimate how much charge you've got. When you start charging, your dashboard will display some important information about the charge, such as an estimate on how much time before fully charged and how fast your car is charging. When you're finished, unlock your car again, unplug the cable, and don't forget to put your caps back on and close the port. Your Shark 6 doesn't just come with a trickle AC charger, it also comes with a V2L cable, which is a super useful feature when you need mobile power. V2L stands for Vehicle to Load, and it turns your Shark 6's blade battery into a giant power bank, meaning you can use your power tools anywhere. It's also great for camping or, say, during a blackout. Plug the cable in like you would to charge a car, except now your car will discharge when you turn the power board on. Similarly to when charging, your dashboard will give you information such as how much time you've got left to use V2L. To end this process, unlock your vehicle and unplug. Again, don't forget to put the caps back on and close the port. Now your Shark 6 is pretty special because you can use V2L directly from the tray without needing to plug in the V2L cable. You have 3 ports in the tray for easy access. And these will also work charging tools, for example, while you drive. You also have one more port in the rear seats next to your USB ports. Now that we've covered keys, charging, and V2L, let's get you seated in the driver's seat to make some adjustments. Your seating position is important for comfort and minimizing fatigue. Let's get you into a position that suits you. To the right of your seat, you'll find these controls. Let's firstly adjust your backrest to the right angle using this lever here. This one lets you move your seat forwards or backwards. Pulling the same lever up at the front changes the angle of your seat, while lifting the back changes the height of your seat. And finally, the circle adjusts lumbar support, moving it up or down or increasing curvature. Hey, nice work! Now let's move on to adjusting the steering wheel position. There's a lever just underneath the steering wheel. Pull it down and adjust the wheel to how you'd like it. Then push the lever back into place. You might find that adjusting the steering wheel means you'll need to slightly readjust your seat again. Find a good combination of all of these controls to find positions of everything that suit you perfectly. Next up, we've got your mirrors. Get these right for good visibility. Let's start with your rear view up top. This is a classic manual adjustment. For your side view mirrors, find the control panel on your right. Firstly, select which mirror you want to adjust. Then use the directional controls to get them just right. Now, both side view mirrors have blind spot detection. If someone's in your blind spot, the yellow triangle will light up. If you indicate to change lane and there's someone there, the triangle will flash and your car will let you know that it might not be such a good idea. Now, the button at the top of the control panel is a nifty little feature that enables you to fold the mirrors in. But keep in mind, this will happen automatically when you lock your car. Finally, just underneath your mirror control panel is where you can easily lock or unlock your car and control your windows. Okay, now let me take you through your steering wheel controls. There's quite a few functions here, so I'll take you through the ones you'll likely use the most. Let's start with your cruise control. To activate adaptive cruise control, press this button here. You can use the toggle to change your cruising speed by 5 up or down. Your Shark 6 will maintain a certain distance from the vehicle ahead. Use this button here to increase the distance, or this button here to decrease the distance. You can also turn intelligent cruise control on in your settings, which will not only maintain a safe distance from the car in front, but will also keep you centered in the lane. The next button across from cruise control is your 360-degree camera. You'll be able to see on the touchscreen everything around your vehicle, making it super easy to park or navigate tight spaces. There are some options on the touchscreen here to change which camera to focus on to give you even more and better visibility. Depending on your model of Shark 6, your steering wheel may have a driving mode selector on the bottom left side of your steering wheel. Use this to cycle through your on-road driving modes. Use Eco to conserve power, Sports for maximum power, and Normal for a balanced drive. If you're on a column shifter version of the Shark 6, these on-road driving modes can be found on the furthest left side of your center console. The bottom right of your steering wheel has your off-road or terrain driving modes. Use sand or mud, for example, when you're in tricky off-road situations that require some precision driving. For column shifter vehicles, these will also be in the list of driving modes found on the center console. Now, moving up your steering wheel, let's talk about the voice commands button. Press it once and give your car a voice command such as change the AC temperature or open a specific window. You can also press and hold this button while connected to CarPlay to activate Siri. The next button along will answer a phone call or take you to make a phone call. And the next button will hang up those phone calls. You can also use this same button to change what will display on the right side of your dashboard. Finally, let's explore your multimedia controls. You can skip forward a track or radio station as well as go back. In the middle will be your volume slider, which you can also press to mute. Now let's take a look at your wiper stalk. Here you can see 5 functions when pushing your wipers up or down. Pull down for individual wipes. Up once for auto wipers. Up again for low speed. And to the top for high speed. You can enable or disable the auto wipers in your settings if you prefer a more traditional interval timing. Twisting will increase the interval speed or the auto wiper speed. You can also pull your wipers towards you to clean your windshield. Alrighty, now let's take a look at your center console. Now, depending on the model of your Shark 6, your center console might also look like this. I'm going to talk you through the gear shifter center console first. Then, I will explain the equivalent buttons if you have a column shifter Shark. Let's start with the start. With your foot on the brake, press the big red start-stop button to turn your car on. Press it again at any time to turn your car off. The next important part is your gear selector. There's a button at the top for park. Now to select drive, neutral or reverse, you'll need to have your foot on the brake for safety. Pull the lever towards you for drive, or push it backwards for reverse. You can hold it in the middle to get the neutral. For a column shifter version of the Shark 6, the same rules apply, but you can pull the column down for drive and up for reverse, and you'll need to press the button at the end to engage the electronic parking brake. To the left of your start-stop button is your HEV button. Your Shark 6 is pretty special. It's a plug-in hybrid, meaning depending on the type of driving you want to do, you can keep it in EV mode for an efficient, quiet drive, or switch over to HEV mode, aka hybrid mode, which is perfect for long drives. You can also choose to keep a certain percentage of battery. This is great if you know you're going to need it on the job site or at the campsite. To do this, in your energy settings, turn on Save. Then select how much battery you want your Shark 6 to keep ready. Now, moving to the right side of the start-stop button, you've got your button to open the tray as we explored earlier. And next to that, all the way on the right, is your auto hold button. Turn this on if you want to stop your car at a set of lights, for example, without needing to hold the brake down the whole time. You can see the icon on the dashboard when this feature is turned on. Top right of your center console is volume. You can also press and hold this button to restart your infotainment touchscreen. Underneath the volume slider is your quick access for turning your AC on or off, as well as turning on the front demister. And all the way up the top left of your center console is your hill descent control, or HDC. This is a great off-road feature that enables your Shark to slowly creep down hills. With your Shark braking for you, you can now focus on steering through the terrain. Look for this in your settings if you have a column shifter Shark. For any Shark 6s out there that have the more elegant, simple center console layout, your functions here from left to right are your driving modes, tray open, hazards, start-stop, HEV, front demister, and volume slider. Alright, now let's delve further into your air conditioning settings, or AC. If you ever want to really quickly adjust your AC without talking to your car, on the touchscreen at any time you can use 3 fingers, swiping left to right for intensity and up and down for temperature. A really easy way to set the perfect temperature. Let's explore now the full suite of AC controls by tapping on the icon in the middle at the very bottom of your touchscreen. From your main AC controls going from the very right, you can turn your AC on or off. You can slide up and down to adjust the temperature. Turning on dual zone means your front passenger can also adjust their AC independently. The demister button will clear your windshield, while the rear and mirror button will do the same for your rear windshield and side view mirrors. The next button along will toggle between recycled air, while the last button will turn on just the fans. Depending on your Shark 6 variant, you might also have the seat ventilation heating section you can select from the far right hand side. Tap the vent or heating button for either front seat to cycle through intensity. Don't forget, you can also control your AC by using your voice command button or by saying, "Hi BYD." Your Shark 6 has classic physical vent moving capabilities in the front and back, allowing you to easily aim them where you want them. Alright, so we've spoken a little bit about functions on the touchscreen. Now I want to focus just on the touchscreen. First, let me show you how to access your swipe down menu. Simply swipe down from the top to access a bunch of different controls you might use often, such as screen brightness for your touchscreen or for your dashboard. Now let's move from the top to the very bottom. Your home dock area at the bottom is full of quick functionality. The middle section of the dock has more quick AC controls, such as quickly turning it on or off, changing temperature, dual zone, passenger controls, and your front demister. The button in the very middle takes you to your full AC controls like we explored earlier. To the right of these functions, you got a button that takes you to your settings. We won't go through all of your settings right now, but I recommend you do take some time to just explore these menus to learn something new, like adjusting your time zone and format. The button on the very bottom right will return you to a previous app, and in between those buttons is your home button to take you to the main screen. Now moving to the left of the AC controls, you'll find a button that displays all of the apps available. You can hold and then drag apps around to personalize it just like you would your phone. One moreover is your split screen mode, allowing you to display two apps simultaneously. Please note that not all apps support this functionality. Finally, the last button will rotate your screen. You may or may not have this button depending on the model of your Shark 6. In your app list, you've got one called My Car. Here, you can easily change a range of functions such as opening different windows, child lock, or seat ventilation, all from a single place. Do you love listening to music? If you love messing around with EQ, then in your settings under System and Audio, you can find the perfect listening experience. Direct the field of focus to everyone or just the driver. Choose from a range of EQ presets to get the right sound, and adjust how much the volume will adjust to account for the speed you're going. A nice little feature to keep the party going. Alright, are you still with me? I want to now talk about your Shark's head-up display, or HUD. It helps keep you safe and less distracted by keeping your eyes on the road, while still receiving important information. In your settings under Vehicle, then HUD, you can toggle it on or off, as well as adjust the height, brightness, and angle. I now want to quickly talk you through a couple of key features of your dashboard. At the top and the middle of your dashboard, you've got your current speed. Just to the left of your speed, you've got your traffic sign recognition information, which lets you know the last speed limit sign it's seen. At the very top left of your dash, you've got the direction you're facing, the time, and what driving mode you're in. Leaf is Eco, Car is Normal, and Checkered Flag is Sport. Now, up the top right, you've got your gear indicator. For example, here we're in Park, so it shows AP. Your current mode being either EV mode or HEV, and the outside temperature. At the bottom left, you can see how much battery or state of charge you have remaining, as well as how much petrol you've got remaining. The number to the right shows your total combined range that you've still got left. And now moving to the bottom right, you've got your vehicle's current power output, as well as the odometer. You can cycle through trips by pressing the button at the end of the indicator stalk, or hold it to reset your trip length. Great for testing how fast something really is. If you've got a column shifter Shark, then this will be available in the touchscreen settings. Now, I've got my Shark here set to show me my current tire pressure and temperature on the left side of my dash, but you can use this button here to cycle through a few options. I've also got navigation on the right, but you can personalize this to whatever's best for you by pressing the respective buttons on the steering wheel. Finally, your dashboard will adjust and show you certain warnings in certain situations, such as if someone's not wearing a seatbelt or if there's a door open. Alright, you're almost ready to drive. I will lastly show you how to connect your phone via Bluetooth, and I'll show you how to connect your car to your phone's Wi-Fi. For Bluetooth connection, firstly, access your swipe down menu, then tap and hold on the Bluetooth icon. Tap your device from the list and use your phone to accept and confirm the code on screen. Once you're connected, you can now launch CarPlay or Android Auto. To connect your vehicle to your phone's Wi-Fi, press and hold on the WLAN icon, then select your phone on the list. Ensure your phone has its hotspot settings on. Alright, you're pretty much there. If you've got a few more moments, I would love to show you a few bonus features that hopefully, I think you will find really useful. Let's go through the Driver Monitoring System, or DMS. It looks a little scary, but you don't need to worry. It's not recording or storing any videos of you. It uses infrared to check whether you're tired and reminds you to take short breaks, or if you're distracted to remind you to keep focused. You can disable it from your settings, but as part of the entire safety system of the car, you'll need to do this whenever you start your car up again. If you do hear a DMS warning, you can also press the volume wheel on the steering wheel to mute these notifications for a short while. For a more personalized drive, you can change your steering and braking comfort levels. Go to Settings, Vehicle Settings, and Intelligent Chassis. Comfort steering is a little lighter, while comfort braking is a little smoother. Adjust these to your preferences. Regen braking also affects the driving experience of your Shark 6. You can change your settings under Energy and Energy Manager. On high, your car will feel like it slows down faster, and it does this while harnessing momentum to give you a little bit more range. Again, test these settings out to see what you prefer. And that's it. One final note, I would love to show you how to use the BYD app and your digital keys. I've made a separate video for you to explore those wonderful features. Hey, thanks so much for learning with me today. I know you're going to love your new Shark 6. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon.